the top of the mountain. Yeah, we've heard our way up to the top of the mountain. Yeah, we never coming down from the top of the mountain.
What's yours?
I'm gonna come through that screen, grip you around the neck, and tell you to hit that subscribe button.
So me and Paddy were talking, and Paddy said to me, I bet you can't do the stepper with me on your back. I was like, that's easy. And then he said, okay, I bet you couldn't do the stepper with me on your back and some weight. Hold my beer.
Yeah, leaning forward.
Right, we're at the MyProtein gym. It's at the Hale Club. So it's a really nice fancy place. Lots of posh things and posh people and posh everything, really. Everything I'm not is basically what this place is. Pretty cool gym actually. It is. It's got all decent equipment in here. All good hammer strength, techno, Cybex, all good stuff. So I'm just gonna have a quick workout, a little bit of a blast. To be honest, day like today, a bit of an active recovery day. So a little bit of cardio, several different machines and exercises, and I'll just have a bit of a blast on everything with the muscle groups really. A bit of back, bit of biceps, bit of squatting, bit of benching. Just have a bit of a muck around, just enjoy the gym. Yeah, keep up. That's better. I can feel the gears grinding on this. I don't think it's made for a 163 kilo guy. How do you turn the speed up? It's amazing, you know, in 1968 they put a man on the moon, right? And I don't know how to turn the speed up on this treadmill. This is the most vital bit of my training session. Just getting my butt contractions in. So I'll just sit here and do butt clenches. 5 seconds on, 5 seconds off on a power plate. Honestly, I mean, if you want to be the world's strongest man, take some tips. Paddy just said there's no way I could get on the stepper with him on my shoulders. So, hold my beer.
What's this? Is this how we're doing it?
This is how we're doing it.
This is such a bad idea. It's all through.
Hang on. Check out my socks as well.
Oh, nice socks, man. Right, so that's all we're
Hang
going to do.
on.
What do you mean, hang on?
Right, you need to hold on to my arm.
I thought you could get up
My
there.
leg's better.
Something's going to break. Right, what's the challenge here? I thought you said this would be hard, Paddy.
For speed.
Oh, steel. Okay, hang on then.
No, I was joking. Wait a minute, let me get a barbell.
A barbell as well?
Yeah, go on.
Oh, this has just got twice as hard.
Yeah, that's it. Your head went on my arms.
Next challenge. So me and Paddy were talking, and Paddy said to me, I bet you can't do the stepper with me on your back. I was like, that's easy. And then he said, okay, I bet you couldn't do the stepper with me on your back and some weight. That's easy. Hold my beer. Here we go.
Let's get a good grip on my legs. Oh, my bottom walls just popped, you're in it. Just keep you leaning forward. Yeah.
Got it? I told you. Woo.
Terrible idea.
Honestly, my ass cheeks. My ass cheeks are on fire. I proved you wrong though.
That was so tough.
So we're going to head to the MyProtein factory now and see how everything is made and basically how it's manufactured, where it comes from, where all the packaging, meet the staff, and try and debunk that big question mark: is MyProtein? We'll see. And we're here, the Hut Group. Look at the size of this place. It's absolutely ridiculous. So on the drive in, there's literally must be 1,000 cars there. Hell of a place. And this is where all the magic happens. This is where the factory is. This is where the proteins are made. This is where all the marketing's done. So we're going to go in and have a good look round and see what it's all about.
No. Mascot, no.
So we've got to wear high vises whilst we go around the factory. So they give me a 5XL. Great. Here we go again. This one's got drugs in his bum.
No, it's true.
Anal cavity search.
I know.
Come on.
Even though I've not got any hair, but we still need it. So hairnet goes over the top, covering your ears completely. And then any beard goes over 2 millimeters.
I've got the biggest head on planet Earth,
I'm the opposite.
apart from Brian Shaw.
So this is where we get all the raw ingredients in for everything that we make.
Yeah.
So anything from protein, maltodextrin, all sorts, all comes in here. Comes in, we go through the delivery notes, check it all off, make sure we've got the right stuff. QA, our quality department, they'll come out, they'll take a sample of everything we get. They'll then take it in there, they'll do a taste sample of it. They've got a gold standard sample in there that they can test it against.
Yeah, so test the like the percentage of the proteins and everything.
Exactly, yeah. So they'll have a spec for each different ingredient that we get in. They'll taste test it, they'll colour test it. Once everything's happy, once everything's done and they're happy with that, they'll then send it out to our, we've got our own little, another company that we use called ALS.
Right.
They'll test it as well. Once they've given us the all clear, that stock can then be used in our production.
So basically you just get tons and tons and tons of raw material in.
We're getting between 80 to 100 tonne a day.
80 to 100 tonne a day.
At the minute, yeah.
Wow.
So obviously once it comes in, we'll get it all booked on the system, on our electrical system. It then goes into the racking for holding. Once we get the go ahead from our testing company, we can then use it to do the picking. Yeah. Then it goes through to production to be blended.
So it's independent testing.
So we test.
So you do it internal and external.
And external, yeah.
The Quality Assurance Laboratory.
Yes,
Laboratory.
Yeah, this is where
So you guys do all the testing, and so you do the tasting and the testing of like the quality of the content.
Yeah.
Like how much protein there is per gram and everything like that.
So we check it on the NIR machine, it's like near infrared spectrometer.
Yeah.
And we check if the chemical properties are the same with the previous batch. and then we send to our nominated laboratory every single sample.
Yeah.
And based on the results, we are releasing them. It's around 5 days to get the results back.
Okay.
And we just make sure the products are safe to be consumed before sending them to production, and they are
So is that-
repacking them after
So
that.
obviously you do your tasting and testing, and then it's outsourced to an independent laboratory.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Called
so it's just
ILS.
backed up basically
Yeah,
from
yeah,
what you
yeah,
guys have done.
yeah.
Again, I just don't understand how you're not like the Hulk, like doing this all day. Do you work out as well?
I work out, but I'm not taking any proteins at the moment.
Just in here.
Yeah. Just in here is enough. Like, I'm not taking when I'm workout. Just in here is more than enough.
It's quite scary, like the scale of this place. They say it's 1 million square foot, the factory is. And this is just the raw side. There are shelf after shelf after shelf after shelf of raw products ready to go into the manufacturing process, ready to go into the finished product side of things. It's huge. I've never seen anything like this in my life. You know, and I've been, in the UK we've been to Cadbury World, and I don't know, in America you've been to Hershey's World, probably. I don't know what the difference is. But this is a different scale. This is absolutely ginormous. What are we heading into now? This is the
Magic.
The magic.
That's where the magic happens.
The magic station.
We'll check all the batches, make sure all the I codes, all the ingredients are correct. Then it'll go into a weigh station. Everything's allergen controlled, which is on the top of the work order. Once it's come here, we'll take it into here. There's our weigh stations. He's just going to be doing this job now. There's the protein. So we got whey protein concentrate, regular cocoa powder.
So what's this, like a mixture?
Yeah, we just weigh it out into
So you
separate
mix
bags.
the raw products to make certain products that you sell on the websites, obviously, yeah.
And then it goes on to the next stage.
Right, okay. So what's Alex doing here then? Just taking a bit of each ingredient, putting it into one.
So we need 67.5 kilo of this, 59 kilo of that. The weights, the batches, the I codes, which is all individual. And then, like this one here is a milk soy. This is IWP Elite Natural Vanilla, and this will go on a milk soy station.
Yeah. So these big containers are what the products are mixed in. So they're mixed for 21 minutes to make sure it's a nice even mix, so you don't get any components resting at the bottom or the top. And then once that container's been used, it's then taken, washed out, cleaned, and then brought back. You see this one mixing now. So everything's done to a very sort of clinical level almost, you know. I say with the hair nets, the shoes, all the protection, and all the cleaning process as well. So it's almost like a sterile environment. So these gentlemen here are chucking the products into the mix. So they're going to have so much whey, so much dextrin, so much sweetener, so much, you know, it's basically get all the mixes right, all the components to make that perfect mix that obviously you see on the ingredients sort of broke down on the back of the MyProtein bag, sort of like 85 gram of protein, 4 gram of leucine, that kind of thing. So this is putting all the products into the mixer now. So they've got like a bit of a filter there, and again it's just safeguarding against the processes, you know, there's no foreign bodies. If there is any foreign bodies in the raw materials, that put, you know, such as a nail, so I'm not saying that's ever happened, but that will stop that from occurring. You know, just having that filter system just lets the powder through and nothing else. We've just seen one of the mixers there. Just check out how many there is. It's just not non-stop, it just goes on forever. The scale of this place is just it's flabbergasted, it really is.
Very good. So you are very welcome in labeling room.
The label room.
Label room.
Right, so you make your own bags as well here?
Yeah. Here we labeling pouches for products for the blends what are ready, what you sold just now.
Yeah. Wow. So this is your full-time job, just sort of looking after the packaging side of things?
Yes.
It's crazy, isn't it? Hey? So much goes into it. Yeah. Quality Assurance Laboratory. So what do we do in this room then?
We check every single batch that they make on organoleptic if it's a blend,
Yeah.
and NIR if it's a single ingredient. And we've got one ready if you want to taste it.
So your
Safe
job is
seal
to
it.
literally, you have to taste test it?
Yeah, we do taste test them.
So you've got a team that tests the raw products, and then you're tasting the finished product as well.
Sure. Yeah.
And then you still do your lab tests to make sure it's got the right amount of proteins and fats and carbs and everything. You do that as well.
We do it on protein and single ingredient.
Right. What flavour is this one then?
It's a watermelon. Do you like
Water. I love watermelon.
it?
Watermelon.
And settle. And it becomes clear. It's basically juice. I'm gonna give you some.
Okay.
Mask. It's a good job you told me. I was just about to do that.
I always joke.
That's really good.
Watermelon is
Really?
amazing as well.
Oh.
It's so refreshing.
Watermelon.
Thank you.
That's really nice.
That was fantastic, yeah.
I think it was the shaking that did it.
It wasn't shaking. You got a good technique.
It was.
I've been here a while.
You got a husband? I mean, a woman that does that for a living, that's wifey material right there. That's wifey material.
Goals. That's really nice.
Oh, well, thank you very much. It's lovely to meet you, a professional shaker.
Thank you for our samples.
But yeah, thank you for our samples.
So just out of the sampling lab of the finished product, what a job. What a job. Imagine doing that all day, every day. I mean, I know you do.
Well, yeah.
She gets paid for it.
That's amazing though, isn't it?
It's
Like,
amazing.
think how many guys out there, if they wanted a job and they need a qualification that they're probably not very good at.
Yeah. I mean, they can definitely do that.
Mate,
There you go.
I would class us as certified pros in that area. Not from personal experience.
Yeah, just so I've heard.
So I've heard.
Next step.
Yeah.
So basically, what they do here is the packaging, and then they check the batch numbers as well, match what's coming through with the raw sheets and everything, just to make sure that the product that's in the bag is actually what's in the bag and what it says on the packaging. Basically, it's been mixed. It goes in those big containers, which is then shipped by a crane. I don't know. It goes at the top. I think they're about a ton of product in there, and then it's filled. So we've got like, I think there's 11 production lines. Yeah, and they swap, obviously they rotate and do different products each line does. But basically that raw material drops down into the measured bag, and then it's sealed, it's x-rayed, just to double, triple, whipple check that there's nothing in there, you know, loose dildos and stuff like that. You never know what these factory workers are leaving lying around. But yeah, and then it's packaged and then it's put on the shelves ready to be shipped and taken to the stores or straight to the consumer's home. Again, just another segment of the factory. There's still so, I mean, God, how much more is there to sort of dive into, but incredible process. And these guys are working. Are you open 24/7 or is it a day? So there's morning shifts, there's noon shifts, there's night shifts.
2 shifts, morning shift and the night shift.
Wow. So this factory never stops. It's producing this 24/7. Absolutely incredible. So this is where the sort of side of the factory would do all the tablets and stuff. Again, that's counting the tablets, so that's going bang on 90 tablets for every tub. I think that's CLA, and they do all the omega-3s, the vitamin tablets, everything's all in-house. It's all sourced, manufactured, pressed, tested, all in-house, everything. So it's all labelled up, comes through an X-ray machine. And this is where you think, oh yeah, the X-ray, bet they don't, separate it. But here you go. Out of 4,821, they've had 8 rejected. So at some point, there's been something in there that's not been quite right. Perhaps a doubled up tablet, perhaps something that's, I don't know, a bit of plastic that's sort of like not fell right or something, and it examines it and it pushes that aside. So the quality control here is second to none. You won't get any better. So basically in this area, it's all put into the boxes, it's all scanned as it goes in, as that gentleman was doing there. And then basically if anything flags up, so if anything's wrong, it flags up and it's taken out and sorted. These boxes are then rolled away, and that's where they're put into the boxes and shipped to the customer direct to the house. So very, very little chance for mistake in that really. So off those lines where the packaging and everything up, it's all coming down the lines, all different lines, different products. You've got international sales and then you've got national sales. So and they'll go to the right department, straight into the back of the I don't know, the Royal Mail vans. I don't know what service they use, and then off it goes straight to the customer. So again, everything's just so efficient. You can't mock the quality control here at all. Right, so we've just finished the factory tour, and we're now sat with lovely Dawn, who is what's your job title? Head of Technical Food and Safety.
Food safety and quality.
And quality, right? Okay, so I guess you're a good person to ask some questions, really.
Yeah, sure.
So we've been through the whole process. We've just been through the whole factory. We've seen everything. We've seen the quality control that you do, and the testing, and the packaging, and the whole process of it being mixed, right to the end result. But there's always that little bit of a stigma of, you know, you just see the odd comment on social media every time I post something on MyProtein. Oh, don't buy that. It's crap. It's cheap. You know, it's cheap crap. So I guess where does that come from? Because I've just seen it with my own eyes, the quality control. The only thing that's left really is the raw materials, you know, the stuff that's been bought in, the proteins, the dextrose, and that kind of stuff. So I guess these are a good question for you. In your opinion, or no, not in your opinion, in your knowledge, is the raw materials that MyProtein buy in, are they the best that you could possibly get?
Most definitely. I mean, we work some with the best suppliers around the world. We have a stringent supplier approval process in place, and we confirm all of our raw materials meet the best standard before they're actually accepted into the factory.
Right, so there's nothing more you can do really to up the quality?
No.
So it's the best quality?
We produce the best.
Yeah. I mean, I've used MyProtein for a while. You've used it for how long?
10 years, probably longer. Yeah, always have done. And I've always had then occasional people that say, oh, you pay for quality, whatever. Yeah. But obviously now that we've seen that inside there, the quality is just because you've got everything manufactured so orderly and everything else so efficient.
I suppose that stigma of everyone going, oh, I don't buy MyProtein, it's cheap crap. I suppose that's an easy thing to say when it's cheap.
Yeah.
But it's cheap because you're buying in huge, I mean, how many tons a day are you doing? 100 ton of raw materials?
Tons, yeah.
And then you've got all this, I mean, how many people do you employ here?
I couldn't say off the top of my head.
It's got to be over 1,000 how many cars are sold out there.
That's just people driving in as well.
And that's nuts. Yeah, so everything's in-house. You've got your own factory, your own staff. It's all packaging's made here. It's all processed here, mixed here, tested here, and you outsource the testing as well, so you can't even mock that. So I guess it's cheap because it's done. You know, you've made it cheap. You've made it possible.
But we're always looking at ways to improve, but we have got the best processes in place.
Yeah. So there you go. There's we've heard it from the horse's mouth. There's nothing more MyProtein could do to up the quality. So for anyone out there that's saying MyProtein's cheap crap, there's no better. You know, all these other companies in the UK have got the access to exactly the same raw materials. If anything, they're going to be less better quality because they're outsourcing the packaging, they're outsourcing the labour. Everything's done here. You know, you can't get any better than that. It's not being raw and mixed and then sent somewhere else to be packaged. And that way you would lose quality control. Everything's been done in-house. So
that'll push the cost up as well.
Push the cost up, yeah. So that, I mean, that settled it for me. So yeah, it really has settled for me. So thanks for that little inside knowledge. So there you go, guys. You know, MyProtein is cheap just because of everything, the process they do, and the environment they've created. Not only that, especially, you know, times like this, how many jobs are they providing right now in the UK? You know, how many cars are out there is phenomenal, and how big this factory is. There's got to be well over 1,000 people employed just in this factory alone. And then, you know, the drivers, the Royal Mail, you know, it's keeping the community going. So I'm thumbs up, you know. I mean, I wasn't skeptical coming in, you know, I knew it was going to be an amazing thing. The only thing that did blow my mind was the absolute scale of the place. You know, the amount of raw materials coming in, how many production lines they had, and the mixing facilities, the packaging. And then you see the parcels flying down the tannoys ready to be sent out, you know, for delivery. It really is incredible. So thanks, Dawn. Thank you very much. Right, we've just come out of the factory now.
I got hungry, sorry.
You're always hungry, but you never put weight on.
I know.
Anyway, just come out of the factory, and again, like, I didn't quite realise, you look at it from the outside, like the scale, but it's that, but probably 4 times as long that way. My legs are knackered. Like,
that was a walk, that was some serious cardio.
I've done about 2.5-3 mile in there. Like, my hips are hurting, it was that big. But And nice to be invited down, see what it's all about, see how the products are made from scratch, from the raw material to the packaging to the mixing to everything. And it's all made in-house. And again, look at the car park. How many people they employ. It's absolutely incredible, the scale of it. And that's why MyProtein products are so cheap. You know, so I guess to get rid of that stigma, I see it keeps in the comments, you know, every time I put a post up, oh, don't buy MyProtein, the crap, the low quality, the cheap. A complete BS, you know. They're only saying that because it is cheap, and it's cheap because of this place, you know. And how many millions, probably billions of pounds went into produce this place so they can get cheap products to you. So I think I've put a good stamp on that stigma that MyProtein is cheap crap. It really isn't. And I'm happy to quality tested. You can't beat it. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope that's put some questions to rest out there. Anyone that's putting, you know, wondering whether to buy MyProtein or not, then there's your answer. It's as good, if not better, than everybody else, but the price is right, and that's why it's so cheap to you, because of this place. So thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to use code BEAST. The MyProtein link is in my bio, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time. Big love, the Beast.